Riverside link, right?
Yeah, I want to see if that works.
But that will connect me to Riverside, to the studio.
How do you mean?
So if I press that link, I'll connect to this call on Riverside.
Okay, it's not like watch link.
No, no.
Okay.
Technical
Okay.
difficulties.
The YouTube works. The YouTube works.
Yeah?
Right.
Oh, great.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. Next time we'll just do this like first thing we dive in. Um.
Yeah.
All right. Either way, we are here, which is nice. And yeah,
Let's go.
let's take it off. Well,
Let's take it off.
okay. I think I got a good. We were just basically talking about that we both fucked up yesterday, right? Let's be fair.
Uh, Yesterday and today. Yeah.
Oh, and today,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no,
So
today, for me today, for you, like yesterday, kind of.
yeah, yeah. So basically, I fucked up because yesterday I played a game from like 9 till 11 or something, or 12, and for me, like it's big fucked up because I just didn't stop, and now I woke up later and I'm very behind on my schedule, and I didn't do the things that I wanted to do, and all in all, it was just extremely annoying, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. I noticed.
So what did you do?
I kind of set a bet. I started a bet chain of events. Like I made it a little bit too late yesterday, watching videos on my phone, which resulted in me not getting enough sleep, which resulted in me not going to the gym this morning, and that resulted into me not doing some work I actually had to do. So
Hmm.
yeah, it was my slip.
Yep. And it's funny, right? Because those slips, like, they evolve into our entire life,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
everything.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. And I don't. I think that it's not only about like the time you're wasting, but also like the feeling you have towards yourself and the confidence in yourself. Like if you do not do something you actually should have done, I
Hmm.
think that results in feeling a little bit bad about yourself, which results in less confidence, etc., etc. And it just starts yeah, bad chain or chain of bad events, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because, like, for example, this week, I lost $500 instead of earned anything
Mm.
because I got my first
Ouch.
refund. Ouch. Yeah, very ouch. Yeah,
Ouch. That hurts.
yeah. And I always believe that like your business is a reflection of who you are. So
Hmm.
most likely it all like ties into together. Like if you don't do the daily like action items that you are supposed to be doing, then it will result in not achieving the goals that you have.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think it's yeah, weird to see it that way, right? That like little things you don't do will result in bigger things and will reflect like the stuff you really think and feel about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And like some things might seem small, right? Because
Hmm.
like let's say you scroll or let's say you play a game, whatever, and you do it like for like let's say 30 minutes or an hour a day, right? Like
Hmm.
it all seems very small in my opinion. But then what could you done with that time otherwise that
Hmm.
would like transform your life towards what you want to do? For example, for me, right? I know that I can spend like an hour a day, for example, more on like playing piano or on meditation
Hmm.
or on stretching my body, right? Like feeling more vital and everything.
Hmm.
Or doing that extra follow up to that potential client or that extra pipeline.
Hmm.
and make additional
Mhm.
sale. You know?
Yeah. Yet you were looking for instant gratification, and
Yeah,
me also, of course. Me too.
yeah. Yet we're looking for instant gratification. So why is that though? Like for real, like why is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think if we would really and actually know why that happens, it wouldn't happen.
Yeah. Well, like I haven't figured out why it is though yet, but I do know that like accountability and like make like preventing your surroundings from like accessing
Hmm.
it is way better,
Hmm.
or it's like a really good
Yeah,
way to like overcome it. So you were talking
yeah,
about an app where you have like shared accountability basically, or like shared leaderboards.
yeah. For your screen time, basically.
Yeah.
It's called Opal, and you can I believe you get ranked with your friends on how much focus time you have. So focus time is when you actually activate the plan and it blocks certain apps, like for example IG, YouTube, Snapchat, for example, stuff like that. And when you put it on, it starts actually, and starts counting, and you can see between the friends you added who has the most focus time. And actually, we have a meeting a day to keep each other accountable, but still, we sometimes slip. But yeah, I proposed to you before this podcast that we should maybe started using that to keep each other also accountable on screen time. And I believe you can also use it on Mac, so for websites and stuff.
Nice. That's really good. Yeah,
And
that's
this is
great.
not an ad.
No, like this is great.
Would be
And
great.
like yeah. And like to tie this all together, I've noticed that like reflection is one of the best things you can do. And my life
Mhm,
really like started to like accelerate the moment I started to use like 12-week year principle.
mhm,
And it's great because like I said, this week I lost 500 I lost $500. Um well, let me do it again. Like basically this week I lost $500, and that's the perfect moment to like reflect on like the 12-week year, what happened over these last 12 weeks, and how to adjust
mhm.
my daily actions and action items so I will reach and get closer to the goals that I have for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think adjusting is also a very good thing because we used the sheet you had, and
Hmm.
for me, and I believe you also did notice that some stuff didn't actually add up to where we want to go in the long term.
Oh yeah.
For me,
Hmm.
maybe I just put some things there to put some things there.
Hmm.
But you're adjusting it or like changing the sheet, right?
Yeah,
To
well,
help for that.
it's not so much like changing the sheet and to like share upon like what we're talking about. Um, so basically, we have this like what we call limitless tracker, and it helps us with like staying on track. So
Mm-hmm.
every day we have like daily action items, and start of this, but like sleep for 7.5 hours, eat 2.2 calories, 15K steps and a workout, 2 hours of creation, one call booked, 1 hour delivery. Long story short, if I do all those things, then I should have a six pack. I should make 10 sales, and I will have 450 members in the next 12 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this were week one, two, three, and now we're in week four, basically, since we started like tracking it like this. But now there's a new quarter, so we're gonna make a new 12 week. And what I noticed
Mm-hmm.
that these red ones I want to change. So
Mm-hmm.
4 out of 9 I am going to change, which is quite
Mm-hmm.
nice, I believe. Um, and how um, I'm going to change them towards instead of eating 2.2 calories, 2.2K, towards 15-minute meditation, and instead of like a workout, towards like 15 minutes of piano playing. I want to have like
Mm-hmm.
more flow in my life, and I know that I will do this anyway. As you can see, like mainly it's been like very green.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 2 hours of creating is too like abstract. So I'm gonna focus more on
Mm-hmm.
like 30 minutes of pipeline. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what still 1K books, and I want one client win in the chat, someone that shares that.
Mm-hmm.
That's also way more less abstract than the 1 hour of delivery, and this was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, and how I got here was by reflecting, right? And I think like
Mm-hmm.
reflecting is one of the things that people use the least and is super underrated.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically made this template so everyone can become better at it as well. At least for me, it helps a
Mm-hmm.
lot. So I just want to share it. And basically, it comes down to
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, what did you experience? How did you feel during the season? Since your feeling is like the essence of like who you are, right? And then why
Mm-hmm.
was this your main feeling? So what caused it for it to be your main feeling? This is to understand yourself, basically. Like what
Mm-hmm.
happened, how do you feel and everything. Then this part is like to focus on like what did you do? So what are the things that you're proud of? How could you improve? And why are these the areas you would like to improve? So you confirm what you want to improve on. And then finally it's like unite forever. So like how is your relationship with your soulmate? And if you don't have one, it's like your relationship with yourself and the other sex. Um,
Mm-hmm.
how's your relationship with your inner circle, so like your father, mother, everything, and how did your audience grow? Did you make a post? Like, did you get more YouTube followers, etc.? And this is the reflection part. What do you think of? What are your first thoughts when you see this?
I think it's great. I think it's great, and I especially like the reflection part is very, very important. And also for myself, like sometimes I lack in doing like a actual reflection, as in writing it down. But a lot of times it just happens. Like it
Mm-hmm.
just happens during the day. I'm thinking, all right, so this and this goal I have, I should actually do this and this. Did I do that? And it just happens. And these moments where you just stand still and think about what you actually did the last few weeks, months, years, days. I think that that's great, because if you don't do that, you just are just living in a circle, in a circle, in a circle, and not actually changing anything. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
absolutely.
change without reflection, of course. You
Yeah.
can change, but I don't think that you thought that deeply about that change, and maybe it was just something little, a little change or something. But if you want to make a big change, you should. It's a must to do a reflection.
Yeah, I believe as well. Like reflection is so important. Like without reflection, like we don't know where to focus on, right, and what to do differently.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
for me, it's like been one of the biggest game changers overall. And I try to reflect
Hmm.
every morning, for
Hmm.
sure, and every week, every quarter. And for me, it's been really
Hmm.
helpful, um,
Hmm.
especially like when you do it like structured, like I
Yeah.
just showed basically. And
Yeah.
as an example of like what mine would look like what did I experience is like and just like a free roaming of like literally what I experienced. And then,
Hmm.
for example, about how did my audience grow? This is super cool, right? And very tangible. I saw that I got like a lot more views than ever before, like a lot more.
It was like
Uh,
2 point something a few days ago, right?
yeah,
And now
like
it's
one
3.9.
reel went to 1.8 indeed, and this over the last
Nice.
90 days. Yeah.
That's
So
yeah.
as you can
Oh, all
see
right.
here, yeah, as you can see here, like nothing, 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 poof. So this is super cool.
Nice.
Right? It's nice to look at this and like, okay, imagine if this happens again in 12 weeks, right? But then like this
Mhm.
is the nothing, and then like there's so much that like can go, but it's so good to look at this. And also one thing
Mhm.
that was thought was really interesting, I had almost 48,000 views on Instagram. I didn't know
Mhm.
that was. I think that's quite a lot. Like people see me, That's interesting
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, of
then
course.
also the school community grew with like I think it was like 68 members over the last 30 days or something like that. Either way,
Mhm.
um, it grew a lot. So yeah, it's just like
Nice.
keep good to know, be aware of this, and this is of course something tangible like your audience, but the same as with like your relationship. The same is with like
Mm-hmm.
your soulmate, right? The same is with like the amount of sales you make. The same is with like your body, your mind, like all those things. It's so
Mm-hmm.
important to like um, reflect on those.
Yeah, and take ownership, right? I think that's also very important. And I think that when you start reflecting, that you automatically start taking more ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
Yeah,
that's actually a great thing. Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know what
absolutely.
you think about that.
Yeah, I think like by reflecting, you are able to understand yourself better and understand
Mm-hmm.
your because you understand yourself better, you will understand your business better as well.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So that's just super important.
Nice.
Awesome. And then also like when you know like the reflection, when you know like where you are, then you can like regain clarity on your vision, like where you want to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
adjust like your lifestyle you want to live in 3 years. Your
Mm-hmm.
12-week
Yeah.
goals, like where are you gonna focus on, right? For example, in Live Today, like you want to lose 5 kilos, or you want use second brain every day, or like play piano, whatever it is, right? Or for Love Tomorrow, you want
Mm-hmm.
to make X amount of money, or receive 10 testimonials, or whatever. And Unite Forever is like
Nice.
either post X amount of posts on the platform, or like grow my audience, or like call my mother or brother one time. So it depends on like where you want to focus on, but
Mm-hmm.
like having those two main areas to focus on, for me, it helps a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, for
So
sure.
then, yeah, you create a goal for each of those, and then simply like the keystone actions that come with that, right? And to
Mm-hmm.
give a practical example, um, an easy one is Love Tomorrow. It's like, hey, I want 12 sales, $24,000 collected. In order for me to do that, I need 10 follow-ups. I need to set 1 appointment a day, and I need 1 client win a day. What I can share.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Quite straightforward, I
Nice.
believe.
Yeah, and pretty tangible and small steps.
Yeah, right.
Because yeah,
Yeah,
making a set a day, one client win a day, 10 follow-ups isn't that big of a step, right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, how long does it take? Like an hour a day, like maybe two. Like if I'm
Yeah.
slow, yeah.
Yeah.
Same with like Unite
And
Forever,
if you
right?
don't play any games, you have more than enough time for that.
Exactly. If I don't play any games, I can do that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think it's a great way to just reflect and focus on where you want to be for the next 12 weeks. And 12 weeks I love the fucking 12 weeks. It's such a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
cycle. Um, yeah, because also like I'm not sure how you experience it, but like I tried the last 12 weeks to like get better in my also like my body and everything. And like
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking fucking good. Like I'm looking probably one of the best physiques that I've ever had. And I know that
Mm-hmm.
the things that I've did over the last 12 weeks, I will keep doing those because now it's a habit, you know?
Yeah.
So now I can
Yeah.
finally focus on something else. Now I can like add like music or meditation because I already built this foundation. That's great.
Is it also like the period you need to build new habits, 12 weeks, or I don't know?
Yeah,
I read that
it's
somewhere.
90.
I believe
Yeah,
in Atomic Habits, but
yeah, it's 90 days.
90 days. Okay. So yeah, that's somewhere around 12 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm not, or maybe even 66 days actually. Somewhere around there. Either way, like after 12 weeks, I'm pretty confident that you have integrated it.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. So that's also a very nice thing about 66 days on average. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
66.
actually a
Yeah,
nice thing that, yeah, to keep it in those 12-week blocks to also build new habits. And that's actually like life changing if you build long lasting new habits.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I mean, like your business is just a reflection of who you are. So if you build the habits, if you build up yourself and you know what to do on a daily basis, then you will
Mm-hmm.
succeed in your business. You will get clients, you will
Mm-hmm.
get client results, and you
Mm-hmm.
will build your dream life. It all starts with you.
Yeah. But sometimes that feels like counterintuitive, right? Because you actually have to take a step back and not focus as much on the hard like tangible stuff, and more on inner work or things outside of your business to take a new step in your business. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, that's the exact reason why, like, we work with this, right? Live today, love tomorrow, unite forever.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have
Mm-hmm.
like also like the energy part, you have to like the do part, focusing on like the sales and
Yeah.
making the client results, and the sharing part where you like attract people. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that's the ultimate balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Or you could just do it like Hormozy style. You can also do that.
Yeah, you can also do that for sure. Yeah, absolutely. And like if that floats your boat, go do that, you know? I
Yeah.
just ask yourself like, is there happiness that I want in my life?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think the difference from person to person, right? Like whether they get that gratification from, if or whether that's like purely business, solely business, or you need like other parts for that. And I think the most humans do need other other things, other events, other activities outside of your business to get that gratification. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like ultimately if you can't get the gratification from yourself, then it's really hard to get it out of your business, you know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, you will keep looking for other ways to get that gratification. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
literally. Yeah. And that's hard. That's really hard. So
Hmm.
it's a good thing to actually start with yourself. Yeah, ultimately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
I think like this is the biggest part. Like really like reflect like it is a new quarter. We had the first 12 weeks or last 12 weeks. The second quarter is basically over. It's time for
Hmm.
a new quarter. It's time for a new 12-week year basically, and time
New
for
year,
us
new
to
me.
like yeah, basically, like I see it like that. I just like
New
do it
quarter,
four
new
times a
me.
year, you know? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
You
But
already got the
like, do you really
fireworks or
need?
not?
Huh?
You already got the fireworks.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, this other thing that happened, by the way, this week is like I tried to host this mastermind event here in Costa Rica, but basically no one
Hmm.
wanted to come to this side of the island because it was too far. So
Yeah.
that kind of flopped. And
Uh-huh.
yesterday, I invested in Meet with Data, which is a community that
Hmm.
helps community owners host online events in like the metaverse.
Mm.
So next
Mm.
week we will be doing the event, but in the metaverse. So that's kind of cool.
Okay. Nice. Nice. That's different.
Yes, it's very different, but in that case, everyone can still join. We can still make the party, and yeah, it can be something cool.
Nice metaverse party.
Metaverse party, baby. Let's go.
Nice. Let's go. And when will the like next actual in real life meeting be? Have you set a goal for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be in 3 months.
3 months. Okay. In the new year.
In a new year, indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at the beginning of October, here in Costa
Okay.
Rica. So that's gonna be super cool.
Okay. Nice. I'll be there.
Yeah. Yes, for sure you're gonna
Sure.
be there. Heck
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. It's gonna be super cool.
And
Like
hopefully
for
a lot more people.
oh yeah, no, for sure. Like that one will be amazing. It's just funny, right? Like when you make something free, like people just don't value it.
Yeah. Yeah. But like it's not actually free, right? Because people have to have travel expenses and stuff. And
True.
when you live in let's say Bali, for example, you need to come to Costa Rica. It's not a cheap trip, right? So that's
True.
yeah. But I
True.
think you just started with this. Yeah, I think it just needs a little bit more work, a little bit more people, a little bit more connecting with each other, and then for sure it will happen in 3 months, and it will be a nice big event. You need
Absolutely.
to rent the whole
Absolutely.
jungle there.
Yes, exactly. No, it will be absolutely cool. It's just like all part of the journey, and I'm really like my lesson of this week was really embracing the darkness as well. Like it doesn't always have to go up and have to be better and um,
Mm-hmm.
be shiny in a way, right? Like sometimes we have
Mm-hmm.
a week that's less. Sometimes we lose
Mm-hmm.
money as entrepreneurs, and sometimes we fucking flop things, like, and that's all
Mm-hmm.
part of it. Like that's okay. And I'm super grateful for these lessons, and I'm super grateful that I can be vulnerable and I openly share
Mm-hmm.
these type of things,
Mm-hmm.
because ultimately that is also like what leads to connection, right? If I only share like, it's going so well, like people are like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, it's
Right?
not honest because it's not
Exactly.
realistic. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
So
lesson for me as
yeah,
well. Like this week has been a decent week or a good week in some aspects, but some aspects not. And also like the what which we talked about earlier about like the chain of events and there's a word for this. I don't know the word. It's also in Atomic Habits, but like habit stack. No, it's not habit stacks, but like that's also a very big lesson of mine that basically your new day the next day starts in the evening before, and if you start slacking the evening before, next day won't be that good either.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it all falls into each other, and that's so
Mm-hmm.
so important. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and like the ultimate thing we can do is like just learn from it and be better, right? But like I said yesterday, I fucked up with my game. And what happened? Like I blocked it on my laptop. Listen, right? I blocked it on my laptop, and then I was ready to go to sleep. It was like 9 a.m. and I was like super tired. And I went on the toilet to take a massive dump. And then I was
The
on my
details.
phone. I was
Nice.
on my phone, and I was like, let me just open it real quick on my phone. Like that's fine.
Uh-huh.
So I opened it on my
Yeah.
phone, and then because I was like, it will be a short game, right? Because like it's really hard to play that game on your phone. And what happened? I start
Mm-hmm.
winning. I start actually like winning, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, cool, I can win this. And what happens? It crashes. The game crashes. I'm
Ah.
like,
And
no,
then
that's
Daniel said it
unfair.
waited for 3 hours.
Well, then I was like, fuck, well, that's not fair. And then I opened my laptop, I reinstalled like the app block and go playing on my laptop. So it are those triggers that like,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't have it when something like either is unfair or when I lose for no
Mm-hmm.
reason, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now I like app like blocked it on my phone as well. So we have to learn
Mm-hmm.
from our mistakes, huh?
Nice. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Big
Absolutely good stuff.
lessons.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say everyone, I want to invite you to do your reflections, dive into your darkness, share what you've learned this 12 weeks, and start like focusing on the daily action items, daily keystone habits, as it's called in the 12-week yearbook, that move you towards those goals that you have. And
Yeah.
if you do it on the Live Today, Love Tomorrow, Unite Forever, I'm very confident that you'll stay in balance, and from there, of course, stay limitless and live your
Oh, wait.
dream life. Oh,
Yeah. My whoop was on it.
I
I have a
got
limitless
you.
whoop now.
Yeah. So enjoy, have a good one, and stay limitless, everyone.
See you next time.